Now, we're all familiar with Tulsi Gabbard with The View. She went on The View recently, and she called out Joy Behar and the other members of The View who suddenly, I'm too sick to be here to answer for my smears. Here goes Tulsi Gabbard for anybody who missed it. Here goes a portion of her appearance on The View where she takes them to task.
That I think is also important about facts, because recently on your show here...
I was just going to get to that.
Good. Helping you out.
You want me to ask you the question?
No, look, some of you have accused me of being a traitor to my country, a Russian asset, a Trojan horse, or a useful idiot, I think was the term that you used. Which basically means that I'm naive or lack intelligence to know what's going on.
They use that.
I want to let your viewers know exactly who I am.
All right.
Set the record straight. I am a patriot. I love our country. I am a strong and intelligent woman of color, and I have dedicated almost my entire adult life to protecting the safety, security, and the freedom of all Americans in this country. It was the attacks on 9/11.
I guess we're getting a little bit far ahead of ourselves, but Franklin Graham finds you refreshing. He doesn't find me refreshing. Richard Spencer, the white nationalist leader, says he could vote for you.
Joy, this is why...
I mean, you're on Tucker Carlson at least 10 times. Why don't you go on Chris Wallace's show?
This is why I'm here, because you and other people continue to spread these innuendos that have nothing to do with who I am.
Well, Hillary Clinton started it, and then you shot back at her, boy. You called her the queen of warmongers.
You doubled down, unfortunately, you doubled down on the baseless accusations that she made that strikes at the core of who I am. I'm a soldier. Because of the attacks on 9/11, I enlisted in the military to go after and defeat and destroy the evil that visited us on that day. I've served now for over 16 years, deployed twice the Middle East during the height of the war, where every single day I saw firsthand the terribly high human cost. That's why I ran for Congress.
We actually have the clip of Hillary Clinton, just to put this in context of what we're talking about. Let's take a look at that.
I'm not making any predictions, but I think they've got their eye on somebody who's currently in the Democratic primary and are grooming her to be the third-party candidate. She's the favorite of the Russians. They have a bunch of, sites and bots and other ways of supporting her so far. That's assuming Jill Stein will give it up, which she might not, because she's also a Russian asset.
So, really? I mean, this is outrageous. This is outrageous and offensive on so many levels.
So today, Tulsi Gabbard's campaign, lawyers for her campaign, wrote a letter to former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton demanding that she retract the statement, saying that Republicans were grooming a female 2020 candidate. So there's been some type of, disagreement about what Hillary was referring to. Some people say that, and Tulsi Gabbard and her crew say that Hillary, when she said that these people are grooming Tulsi Gabbard, they're saying that Hillary meant the Russians. Hillary Clinton and her legal team say they didn't mean Russians, they meant Republicans. And Tulsi Gabbard's people believe that the reason why this sudden change, or now the Clintons are trying to say it was not Russians but Republicans, because there may be a liability associated with making such a claim. But if it was Republicans, well, it's not as detrimental to Tulsi Gabbard. So this is where we are, guys. Tulsi Gabbard back in the news again with this. I gotta say, I'm wondering now, maybe this has something to do with the fact that Tulsi Gabbard is no longer seeking re-election. Maybe she's going to say that she was damaged so much by Hillary Clinton's statement that it ruined her opportunity to be a congressperson. Now, that could be worth a lot of money, Johnson. And I just thought about it. Because a lot of people are trying to come up with, why is Tulsi Gabbard not running for re-election in Hawaii? Why all of a sudden? And maybe it's because, she's got a humdinger of a case. You got the most powerful woman in politics in America, Hillary Clinton, most famous anyway, or infamous, depending on how you look at it, saying that you're a Russian asset and that you're being groomed by Russians or Republicans or both, right? That would kind of hurt you in the great state of Hawaii. Yes, it could, right? The other thing that I've been thinking about regarding Tulsi Gabbard and this claim or this situation is, I don't know if Tulsi Gabbard can claim so many damages. I think it kind of helped her, frankly. Now, look, she's got her lawyers or whatever, but I'm thinking, hey, if it wasn't for Hillary Clinton calling you out like that, I mean, it was a gift. Christmas came early. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Tulsi. I mean, you got Hillary, you got Jimmy Dore. I mean, you got Hillary. You got Hillary making you an enemy of Hillary, which makes you a friend to everybody else. I mean, come on, Hillary's grossly unpopular. It helps you. I know it was a fundraising mechanism. Tulsi Gabbard just made the next debate just in time, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact Hillary ran her mouth and degraded her in such a way that it totally helped her. That's what I think. I think it helped her. Don't get me wrong, if I was Tulsi Gabbard, I'd probably do the same thing. I'd say, cool, thank you for the money, Johnson. Thank you for the donations, people. Thank you for helping me boost in the rankings there, Hillary, by your unfavorability ratings. And now we're going to sue you anyway. Because I really don't like you, Hillary. I really don't like you. So, I think it's funny. Obviously, I think it's funny. But no, real talk though, Tulsi Gabbard, I don't know if they're going to sue her or not. I don't know if the Clintons are going to retract their statement. I got them not retracting their statement. I mean, Hillary is stubborn and I'm sure Bill would probably want her to retract her statement. Hillary, I tell you, always running your mouth. Always starting trouble with this cute thing, this cute lady. She's beautiful. Why are you jealous of her like that? Why are you starting trouble? I did not have skin in the game. Why are you running your mouth, Hillary? Can't I get old and just leave people alone, Hillary? Can't you just leave people alone? And also heard today that Tulsi Gabbard went on Jimmy Dore's show, and I think that's good. I think it's good for her to go on Jimmy Dore's show and speak her mind and get her facts out there, get her statements out there. I mean, I haven't watched it. I don't know what questions he asked her. I'm sure he asked her some tough, hard-hitting questions that get cut to the matters, the issues of today. Some of the stuff that she said on Dave Rubin's show or things she said on Breitbart, maybe we could, get her thoughts on those things instead of us guessing what she means or what her intentions are. But, yeah, I mean, at least let her go on a platform where she could actually speak for a second. I mean, it's something. You go on The View. They talked about you when you weren't on The View. You go on The View, and you want to clear up the things they said, and they still try to cut you off. I'm telling you, man, that's like... So, as much as I disagree on certain things, you root. Here's the deal: we don't root. How can I say this? We call it out. We call it out. We call what we see. We call it out for what it is. We have to have a short memory when it comes to these people, these candidates, and just say, okay, here's the situation, and look at it for what it is, and not color it with all of our interpretations and permutations. Let's just look at the situation, and that's why I say I'm looking at this and I'm saying, you know what? Hey, Hillary Clinton made that statement. If it damaged Tulsi Gabbard, hope she does win a lawsuit against her. If that conversation, or if those words were defamatory in nature, and they hurt Tulsi Gabbard so that she can't run in Hawaii because of the far-reaching implications of it, because people's fear of Hillary, because of whatever, the seed that's been planted, and let's keep it real, not just from Hillary. They've been saying negative stuff on The View about Tulsi Gabbard, calling her French candidate, Saad, Toady. All these people have made these statements without any evidence. I think they all should have a price to pay for that. I mean, what if it was you or I, right? So I look at it like, you should be able to call them out. Call them out for it. And if they can't, I mean, if I could come out and say, you know what, I don't think it's right to say she didn't care about kids at the border just because I disagree with her on a point about the border. If I could say that, I mean, but I'm humble like that. I'm like, hey, man, I think maybe I shouldn't have said that. That's probably wrong. It's not like she asked me to say it or recant or explain or, walk it back or whatever. But I'm a human being. I'm not Hillary. You know what I'm saying? I'm a human being. I'm not Hillary. So we'll see what happens with it. Boy, I tell you. Anyway, did you enjoy that content? I know you did. You got great taste, Johnson. What can I say? Become a member of the Tim Black Wolf Pack today right here on YouTube or go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. And you'll get free stuff, special stuff, secret stuff. Do it today. Wolf Pack.